Hello. In this presentation, we're going to talk about how the ERP connector is used between Concur and SAP S/4HANA to post a vendor invoice. These are the four scenarios that you could use in the ERP connector. Invoice payment request without POs, invoice payment request with POs and good receipts, vendor registration approval, and vendor payment confirmation. What we're about to demo is this process. A vendor invoice is posted into Concur, and the ERP connector fetches that information, transforms the data, and sends it to SAP to create a journal entry in SAP S/4HANA. Let's get into it. So the first thing, I'm going to log on with the user to create a vendor invoice. Go to Invoice, Create Invoice, and select this vendor. Demo Invoice 0011. Invoice 0011 as the invoice number. Just going to give it a date. And let's say that this invoice is $1,500. For demo purposes, I'm going to say services, and let's say that this is an audit invoice for 10 hours at $150. And we're just adding the posting information. And we want to make sure that a support document is uploaded to the invoice. So now this invoice is ready to be sent for approval. Submit invoice. If we look for that invoice in the management of invoices, let's say demo. Okay, we can see that an invoice 0011 was created. It's still pending approval. And so we need to log on with a user that has the security to approve that invoice. With this user, we can go and approve invoices. So I'm just going to look for the one that is still pending for approval. There you go. And now we're going to approve it. So it's not approved. Now I need to log on with the user that can process this invoice. And again, we go to the invoice section, processor, process invoices. And there's our invoice still pending for processing. So here we're selecting it, and we're actually creating a payment request here. We're just, letting the system know that this invoice needs to be paid. Okay, approve. So now if we log on with our initial user, and we search for that invoice in the invoice manager, There it is. Invoice 0011 has been approved. It's still pending for payment. Once the invoice has been processed for payment in Concur, now we're going to use the ERP connector to get the data and send it to S/4HANA. I'm going to get inside with my demo user into the ERP connector, and I'm going to execute manually the extraction process. Here I go to Data Flow Manager, and I can see the payment request. Obviously, this process executes automatically with a job set up here in the ERP connector. So for demo purposes, I'm going to get inside this data flow, and I'm going to run it manually. Okay, so now we see that the ERP connector has fetched 3 invoices. One of them is invoice 0011 for $1,500. And this is the one that is going to be sent to S/4HANA. You can see all the information gathered from Concur invoice. And so now we're going to get out of the ERP. Okay, so now that we saw that the ERP connector extracted the data and send it to SAP, we're going to log on into SAP S/4HANA and look for the invoice that was posted. So I'm logging into S/4HANA. I'm going to the procurement area, and let's look for supplier invoices. In this case, let's look for our, there you go, and execute. Oh, and there you go. There's an invoice created for $1,500. It was posted. Let's see the details and make sure that it was posted to the correct cost center. We see the company code, the amount, the reference. We can tell that this is the invoice that was created in Concur. And if we go to the GL account items, there you go. The GL account is there. We expand it. There's a cost center, so it was posted correctly. We can even have a different view of this invoice. See the document flow. And there you go, the invoice received, the journal entry created, so we're good to go. This invoice can be paid now. And that concludes our demo.